In 2020, the wrestling world witnessed one of the most emotional and painful rivalries in WWE history when Jey Uso stepped into the ring against his own cousin, Roman Reigns. What made this clash different from any other championship feud was not just the Universal title on the line, but the deep family bond that connected the two men. This was more than a match. It was a test of loyalty, pride, and dominance within the Anhui family legacy. Roman Reigns had recently returned to WWE with a completely new attitude. Gone was the heroic figure fans had once cheered. In his place stood the tribal chief, a dominant force who demanded acknowledgement and absolute respect. He claimed to represent the entire family and insisted that everyone fall in line behind him. Jey Uso, known for his tag team success and underdog spirit, suddenly found himself in a spotlight few expected. He wasn't just fighting for a title, he was fighting for his pride and identity. Their first major showdown came at Clash of Champions 2020. From the opening bell, it was clear that Roman was not approaching this as a friendly competition. He attacked Jey with ruthless aggression, slamming him hard to the mat and throwing him across the ring with brutal force. Each strike carried a message. Roman wasn't simply trying to win, he was trying to break Jey physically and mentally. The power difference was evident, and every slam made it look like Jey was absorbing unbearable punishment. As the match progressed, the pain on Jey's face became impossible to ignore. He tried to fight back, landing surprising shots and refusing to stay down, but Roman's dominance overwhelmed him. The tribal chief delivered devastating Superman punches and spears, each impact shaking the ring. At one point, Roman paused not to celebrate, but to demand acknowledgement from his cousin. He wanted Jey to admit that he was the head of the table. The humiliation added another layer of emotional intensity to the beating. The brutality escalated further at Hell in a Cell 2020 inside the unforgiving steel structure. This was no ordinary cell match. It was labeled an I Quit match, meaning Jey would have to verbally surrender to end the punishment. Roman once again unleashed merciless slams and strikes, using the steel steps and the cell walls as weapons. Jey's body was battered repeatedly, and the physical toll was clear. He looked exhausted, wounded, and in visible agony, yet he refused to quit. What made the match even more heartbreaking was the involvement of family members. Roman manipulated the situation, attacking Jey's twin brother Jey Uso to force a response. The emotional torment added to the physical pain. Jey was put in an impossible position. Either he would continue enduring the assault, or he would surrender to protect his brother. In the end, the words "I quit" came not from weakness, but from love for his family. Roman Reigns walked away stronger than ever, solidifying his reign as Universal Champion and establishing the foundation of his tribal chief persona. Jey Uso, however, gained something equally significant. Despite the crushing slams and the visible pain he endured, he proved he belonged in the main event spotlight. The matches elevated him from tag team competitor to singles star. His resilience earned respect from fans worldwide. The 2020 rivalry between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso became the cornerstone of Roman's dominant era. It was the beginning of the Bloodline storyline that would shape WWE for years. The visual of Roman slamming Jey and demanding acknowledgement remains one of the most powerful images of that time. It symbolized control, hierarchy, and the harsh reality of competition, even within family. For Jey Uso, those nights were filled with pain, but they also marked his transformation. He showed heart, toughness, and loyalty in the face of overwhelming force. Roman may have stood tall as the tribal chief, but Jey's courage ensured that the story would never be forgotten. It was a rivalry built on blood, pride, and sacrifice, and it forever changed both men's careers.